Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? It's almost 3:30 here in Southern California, so we're getting late in the evening. I hope everybody's doing well, and I appreciate you clicking on this video. But I want to put out there, since it's so late, why not? Put out there kind of a mind-expanding idea. And the idea is can blockchain or blockchains like the EOS blockchain, can they replace or eliminate the need for centralized governments in the future, or the nanny state, or the thing that we all rely on is our security blanket, the government, who we look to solve all of our problems, who we look to for moral decisions or financial decisions or all this stuff. We all live under this umbrella of government. No matter where you live in the world, there is some governmental body that kind of oversees almost everything you do and oversees almost everything within their jurisdiction or their limits. But I just want to throw that out there because actually what blockchain is it's a trusted third party, kind of like a centralized government is a trusted third party. We pay taxes to the government. We want the government to do things for us. All this stuff. So if we can have a third party, a blockchain, that a lot of this stuff can be worked out on a blockchain, can that eliminate the need for government as we know it today? So very interesting. But I want to throw out to you that I actually think that government's going to have to evolve in the future anyway. And the reason I believe that to be so is because governments are going to have to yield to constituents. So wherever you live in the world, we're able to connect through internet. We're able to connect through technology and the digital age so that you can see what your life is like compared to other people in another part of the world. So if you feel like your life isn't measuring up to theirs, you're going to think that you need another form or another way of government or another way for your life to equal what it is someplace else. So governments are kind of always going to be in a position of trying to give everything to everybody all the time. I mean, you can see this going on right now. Actually, I just was listening a little bit to the Democrats. They were talking about one of the things they'd like to do. I think this Elizabeth Warren is talking about this, is that they would like to eliminate all student loan debt. So in the future, if one of the Democrats get elected, they're going to say, hey, if you owe a student loan, we're just going to forgive it. We're going to just add it to the national debt and it'll go away. Now, how many people owe a student loan? I mean, a lot of people owe us student loans. Now, if enough people just say that's what we want, and if government's offering it, that's who we're going to vote for. So they're not going to vote for the people that are going to limit what they get. They're going to vote for the people that give them what they want. And the only way government can meet all these demands for everybody to get everything they want is government has to improve functionality. It has to be more efficient. And I think the only way it can become more efficient is it has to be more able to operate on a decentralized system so everything can be, so everybody can participate on an equal level and not have these decentralized systems that keep everything bound up where nobody can do anything. Like on my video I said the other night with the Defense Department, they cannot share information with each other because it's all proprietary. And they just cannot do it because it's everybody's so worried about their little piece of the pie. So in the future, I think that things are going to change. And I think they're going to change, maybe not fast, but it's going to be a slow, subtle change in the future where maybe blockchains will take over more of a role the government's doing now. And this is going to be something I think is going to be very, very interesting. And I think it's something that we are hopefully going to be able to look forward to. And I think that what's going on right now is nobody wants to be told no. Nobody wants to be told things like, we can't give you back, we can't forgive your student loan. We can't give you a like we have in the United States. We're not going to take away your Social Security. In fact, we're going to make your Social Security better. We're going to make it bigger. We're going to make it so you get a better way of retiring. I mean, this is what people want to hear. I don't believe it's a zero-sum game. I don't believe government should or can tell people everything that they can do or can't do, or be able to dictate to them what they can or can't do. I mean, I really dislike it, and this is what you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear when government can't do something. One of the things I heard here recently was Trump said that we can't take any more people in the United States. We've got enough. We can't take any more. And he's made immigration a huge policy for the United States of America. And as a person that lives in the America, I don't want that to be so. I want it to be so. Yes, we can take as many people that want to come into our country. And not only can we take as many people that want to come into this country, we can make their lives better, and we can make the people that live in our life better, live lives in this country better. So everybody gets a better life. The people that live here, the people that come here, and everybody gets it. We don't want this idea. It's, well, we don't have any more resources. We've expended everything we can expend, and now we're just limited, and nobody can do anything more, so we got to stop it. You know, as a person that lives in the United States, as a citizen in the United States, I don't want to hear that we're running out of resources. I don't want to hear that there just isn't enough for the people that live here. I don't want to hear that things are limited. I want to hear that things are getting better, and everybody can be supported, and everybody can be sort of supported better. I think that's one of the things Dan Lemmer was talking about when he was talking about the inheritance plan, the inheritance plan, where people can actually have a way of having some sort of residual income by just being alive, by just being somebody that exists. That you should be able to get some sort of benefit from that. And that's what I'd like to know. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to have just the fact you merely exist in the world, that you will have a way to be taken care of, that you will have a way for the world to be able to give you something back, to be able to give you a way for just your mere presence in the world, the fact that you were born, the fact that you exist, and you live here in this world together, that somehow everybody can take care of you as well as everybody else, and not have any of these limitations. I mean, government constantly wants to limit things. You know, we don't have enough money for this project or that project, or we need to tax more people, or some people need to give more because other people, all this stuff that goes on. And I just don't want it to be that way. I just want to be everybody benefit, and everybody benefit very well, and not anything where people are limited or not being, can't have everything they want to have. Now, I know a lot of people will say that's not possible. And that's the issue, is how to make that possible, how to make things work more efficiently, how to make everybody get what they want. And that's what I'm saying. Blockchain could possibly make the world a place where everybody gets what they want. I know a lot of people say that's very extreme, and that's fantasy land, and you're living in a reality that will never exist, because the very thought of it, economics, the word economics means how to allocate resources. That there's a finite amount of resources, and we have to allocate them in such a way that everything has to be kind of conserved, and nobody can do everything they want to do. And if one person loses, then another person gains. That's that zero-sum game that I think limits people. And that's why I think in the future, governments are going to be subject to this idea. Everybody wants something. If they don't get it, then they will just get another group of people in, or they'll do some other form of government, because people want everything. And that's what's happening now. And the reason people want everything is because they're able to see other people have it. So if somebody else has it, they're going to want it too, and that's the way it is. So government has to either give in to those demands, or they're going to get somebody else in that will tell them what they want to hear. That's what it is. So anyway, it's interesting and provocative thought. I think there's a way for it to happen. I think things could get much better in the world, not for certain people in the world, but for everyone in the world, where some people right now prosper and other people struggle. Maybe there's a way for this all to work out, and everybody to have a way for everybody to prosper, and everybody to have unlimited potential. So anyway, interesting. I thought it was a good topic for tonight, since price is off, is like what we're looking at right now. And also because I do believe governments are going to have to give in to people's demands in the future, or people will change, or they'll find another way for governments to exist, or another form of way of a government to be in your life, but not for a government to tell you no. And that's just the way it is. People want everything, and they want things the way they want it. And the only way for that to happen is for things to be much more efficient. So anyway, I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much.